Hello, beautiful soul friends. This is the Chakras Ascension reading for April 8th through 10th. The moon is going to be in Scorpio during this time, and the sun will be in Aries. This is a 17-card spread. This center axis of cards are representing our root through crown chakras. And then on the left-hand side, I have 5 cards representing various earth chakras. And on the right-hand side, 5 other cards for various higher realm chakras. They're laid out on the board as they are to show them in a position of ascension, where these energies have combined with our traditional chakras to help nurture and evolve them into higher states of awareness and performance so that we can be acting and thinking as more evolved beings. I do use a different deck for each card position, and I ask a question that we will then be reading from the oracle books to give insight to. My name is Elspeth, and you are on the Oracle of the Feather-Crowned Tree. Thank you for joining me. Should you be experiencing your solar return during this time, a big happy birthday to you. And you should find that these energies really are prominent for you throughout the year, very thematic and of the utmost necessity to pay attention to. You may also want to reference my 3 other readings that I do during this time period for a little bit more information then, whether or not it is your solar return. So we'll begin with the root chakra, and our question is, how can I be supported, connected, and safe in my body to know that I am grounded in pure spirit? And for that we have patience. Every day I practice my ability to reach my desired financial goals. And to assist that from the Earth Heart Chakra, we will use a card from the Mother Mary Oracle. And our card for that is Our Lady of Peaceful Change. Our Lady of Peaceful Change comes to us when change is either happening now or is on its way to us soon, as an answer to a prayer. Not all change has to be difficult. Change can evoke thoughts of upheaval, uncertainty, instability, and even fear. We all have different capacity to accept change with equanimity, depending on the circumstances and situation. Sometimes it might seem very frightening indeed. At other times it might not be so frightening. It may even be considered exciting, even while there are moments of confusion or uncertainty. The Oracle of Our Lady of Peaceful Change brings a general piece of guidance for those who have drawn this card, which is to trust a little more. Whether you relate to the experience of change in your life as happening now, or believe that it needs to happen, she's asking you to pray to her and trust. All is happening in perfect timing, and while you can do all that is in your power when you can, don't believe that you have to force something to be. Change happens naturally as we grow. Trust it. Trust yourself. Trust her. The Sacral Chakra. How can I be empowered to take creative risks in the world within the realization that I am the divine feminine? We have Yayo Kusama. The themes associated with her card are: your soul is composed of the same dots as the universe. Distinguish yourself from your mirror image. Show them your hallucinations. Yayo Kusama voluntarily lives in a mental institution in Japan, where she draws upon her visions and hallucinations for inspiration. Among the recurring elements of her work are polka dots, which she describes as the shape that makes us humans, composed of particles, and unites us with the earth and sun. Her infinity rooms are mirrored artistic chambers that multiply bodies and alter perceptions. Over her long, prolific career, she has led the avant-garde with bold happenings, big ideas, and bright wigs. And from the Whale Matrix Chakra, we will have a card from the Myths and Mermaids Oracle deck to assist that last message. Mermaid Mother and Child. A young mermaid child shelters in a calm cove with her mother. She is cautious but receptive to the words of sage advice bestowed upon her. Be attentive to advice from a trusted elder, family member. A maternal figure from an older generation has much wisdom to offer when you need it the most. Be humble. Now is the time to listen and absorb. You may not hear what you want to hear, but rest assured you will hear what you need to hear. So listen with an open mind and with the assurance that years of experience lie behind the words of wisdom you will receive. Be receptive to many venues. The advice may come in the form of a personal visit, an unexpected call, or any number of forms of communication. While you should be responsive, do not actively pursue this advice. It must come unbidden if it is to be sincere. The solar chakra. How can self-respect and self-compassion make me aware that I am the master of my universe? The Earth Warriors Oracle. Amuata, sage of higher knowledge. Test all opinions, advice, research, and alleged facts according to your own intuition and instinct. Select that which is helpful for you, and notice that which is best cast aside, even for just a time. Seek information and assistance from those that you feel can assist you, and yet place no human advisor above the ultimate divine authority, which will guide you on how to proceed through a deep inner knowing. There is always new knowledge beyond existing boundaries of thought. We simply need to be open and willing to receive it with patience, discernment, and trust in the greater guiding power. This oracle comes to you with guidance that an answer is coming, an important piece of information, and that when you are centered in your heart, you will recognize that for what it is and know how to proceed. This oracle comes to you with the guidance suggesting that you take time to inform yourself. If you have a decision to make, trust your instincts and your intuition above and beyond logic or other people's opinion. But make sure that you obtain the information that you feel is most useful to your decision-making process. Amuata urges you to take care around simply accepting the opinion or point of view of another. Even if that person has been a trusted guide for a time or has many credentials, sometimes your inner knowing shall encourage you to a different course of action. Even if you have great respect for the person offering their opinion, the universe may simply have other plans for you. And helping that one from the Inner Earth Cities Oracle, we have the Crystal Grid Oracle, or the Inner Earth Cities Chakra. the Crystal Grid Oracle. Peace, patterns, connections. A time of peace is coming your way. Scolesite is an excellent stone to bring peace to relationships and help with improving connections within groups or help with networking with people. You may have been experiencing some negativity and are in need of finding inner peace, a place where you can step away and just breathe. You need to take time out for you and put yourself first. Peace can come by finding your center, just as the stone is placed in the center of the grid. Find your center, find your peace. Call upon this stone when you need to find this peace or are having trouble creating space for yourself. It is especially useful for bringing in calm and peace within a group so you all work together and in flow. Coupled with tree agate, like a circle of tree protection, this grid can instill a sense of security and strength to face any situation you may be facing. Be it the scolesite in the center of a ring of protection and find your inner peace again. When you find your center, you will know. You will feel grounded and strong, and your mind will be clear, enabling you to stand your ground. And most of all, you will feel peace. When you feel and radiate peace from within, you will attract peace around you. Sometimes you need to let go of controlling what's happening around you and shift your energy to within. And a card for the Soul Star chakra. From the Blue Messiah Oracle deck, we have life force. Within every soul is a universal life force with the power to create miracles. We live in a vast sea of energy where everything in the universe, from the earth to the stars, is connected via an invisible life force. If you have picked this card, it is time to expand your understanding of this life force so you can better serve humanity as a conscious expression of love. Flowing through you, this energy never dies, but simply morphs and transforms. When your life force energy is focused and moving through you without hindrance, there is a feeling of being in the flow. Weak life force in the body, however, can leave you feeling lethargic and uninspired. When directed by conscious intentions, this force has the power to create or destroy, empower and disempower. It all starts with your thoughts, dear one, which get amplified through your emotions, then increase in force through your actions. When your life force is in alignment with love, you become a clear channel of creative light. Your life force expands exponentially, and you become a divine instrument for peace. When this energy is not in alignment with love, it serves only to reflect back to you the vibrations of the energy you are transmitting. Pay attention to your thoughts, dear one, and be the force of love that you truly are. I am positively raising my thought vibrations and consciously choosing thoughts that will direct the life force flowing through me with love. The heart chakra. How can I cultivate joy, gratitude, love, and compassion for others, so that I am cosmic love. From the Rumi Oracle we have Al-Uza, Star of Venus. The Star of Venus is the great androgyne, neither solely masculine nor feminine, but an integration of both. The power it bestows is mighty and based utterly in love. When the star seeks us out, multiple blessings are bestowed, and our spiritual growth can be accelerated in ways that may be quite dazzling and surprising to our more limited mindset and belief systems. With great blessings, great growth is possible. However, the blessings don't do the growth for us, making it magically happen. They give us the oomph we need, the power, and the opportunities and assistance we need. Yet it is still we who take the journey, the great spiritual journey for old souls at this time in Earth's history, is the journey from duality to oneness. Many are signing up for that wild, loving adventure. This oracle has come to you as a reminder that you too have been granted a ticket for that journey. This journey of oneness is not about denying duality, but about experiencing it as an expression of one love. It is about no longer being enslaved by it. It is about avoiding what is not wanted in order to pursue what is wanted. It is about embracing the all of finding the freedom and joy originally sought, but now through a path that takes you into joy and freedom existing within. If you are stumbling with judgment within yourself, do not fear. The blessing of Venus is coming to you to help you surrender it, to help you find your way through it so that you can be free now. Your guidance is then to trust your path, trust your evolution, even in the face of those around you reacting to it possibly in fear or discomfort. Trust in the paths of others too, for in truth, there is one path, and we are all on it. You do not have to convince anyone of anything. That is not your job. Your job is to embrace your wisdom, embrace your freedom, and empowerment to grow spiritually and live your life accordingly. You are becoming, through bestowal of grace, something more of a goddess and a god, of a human and a sacred animal, integrated as one. This is sacred alchemy, amplified in the starfires of Venus, who loves you as a brother or sister and honors your soul with her blessing. Shine true, beloved, shine bright. And from the Dolphin Matrix Chakra, we have a card from the Kuan Yin Oracle, Dynasty of the Divine Mother. Sometimes we imagine enlightened beings to be another species to everyday humans. Yet there is an old Eastern saying that goes, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Enlightenment is made manifest through the small actions we take each day. Sometimes the smallest action can feel like an enormous leap. And yet when that action is taken, we realize that the journey into peace is something we can choose to take at any moment. The dynasty of the Divine Mother is her spiritual legacy, her endless compassion for human suffering, and her intent to lift humanity out of ignorance into peace, which shines through the Oriental goddesses like Kuan Yin, Green Tara, and Mazu. This card is also guidance not to fear your spiritual path, not to fear if your spiritual path appears to be losing some focus to matters in the day-to-day world. Your spiritual focus will return when the time is right. But for now, look to what is happening in your life as spiritual practice, and trust that you are progressing with perfection. Enlightenment doesn't have to happen in an obviously spiritual place. Our life can be a temple for our soul growth if we are open to it from the heart. Let your heart rest peaceful, knowing that your spiritual light is shining bright and growing deeply. And also for this question, for the heart chakra, we will have a card for the spirit chakra. New beginnings. Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith, because right now, life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. This powerful card comes forward, and its message is simple, yet it could have a profound effect on your future. It's about the process of how to start over and seize the opportunity to create new beginnings. You may well be saying, I can't do this, it's not the right time, or I'm too old to start all over again. But the spirit world is giving you this card for a specific reason. We know that you need to make changes to discard some old legacies that may have held you back, and to purge and choose what you want moving forward. We know that doing nothing is not really an option. New beginnings can be orchestrated at any time in your life, and it's a beautiful way of resetting your own private stage with the props you want, the backdrop you want, to create the perfect set for the next stage of your life. This is a great visual way of starting the process of change. During this time, don't be alarmed if you feel lost or even confused. Sometimes it does take a drastic life change to truly begin living. The throat chakra. How can I articulate my honest truth to be a co-creator with God? From the Tao Oracle, we have selected increase. Increase all that is good and true. Increase all that is nourishing and uplifting within yourself and for others. In a time of golden opportunity, anything less than abundantly sharing falls way too short of the mark. It has been said in so many ways, and is worth saying again here and now, that giving is far sweeter than receiving. Today it seems to be increasingly rare to hear of acts of sincere and open generosity that have been undertaken without expectation of reward or recognition. Those delicious random acts of kindness are not something we usually read about in the papers. Seldom are they ever mentioned on TV. Instead, we are more likely to hear of those who have amassed fortunes and used that wealth to expand their buying power. Nevertheless, when we do hear of some act of inexplicable generosity and caring, we pause, we are moved, and our lives somehow seem benefited by it. It doesn't make sense that some goodness that happens on the other side of the world should touch our own hearts. But it does. It seems to be a cosmic law that kindness freely given has a potential for expanding exponentially. It seems to go a long way toward healing ourselves and our planet. Generosity is a simple affair, and the true benefits are primarily experienced within. They are revealed when spirit is unbounded, not constrained by greed or small-mindedness. Then giving becomes receiving, expanding and enriching our hearts. It's tragic to be shrunken and contracted. It's magic to experience inner richness and to spread it around without reservation. So much more is available when we come from a place of plus rather than minus. Take a walk somewhere in nature during the fullness of spring, preferably in a place teeming with flowers. Consider all that richness, that beauty and grandeur. It is made available for all to enjoy, whether they deserve it or not. Nature doesn't hold back. She's never miserly. Her times of increase are times that benefit all life, not just a chosen few. She is the ultimate benefactress. She grows flowers at our feet, brings rain to quench our thirst, and songbirds to delight our ears, and paints the sky with so many stars we are unable to count them. We humans reap the rewards of that abundance when we function from a willingness to share. The time of increase is to look to nature for guidance, to learn from that abundant and generous source. Following in her footsteps, you will come to understand compassion, to experience sincerity, to experience serenity, and discover your own unlimited capacity to nurture yourself and others. By really taking her lessons to heart, you can't help but be inspired to become the best you can be, and in turn to support others to grow to the fullest realization of their potential. And from the Earth Star chakra, we will have a card from the Power deck, and its essence. Life is a school that we move and graduate through, learning many things as we cloak ourselves in environmental knowledge. You are on the warrior's path toward enlightenment, and one day you will peel away this accumulated knowledge like layers of an onion, moving back into the source of your power. When contemplating a Zen garden, you find that the source of your power is the essence of the Great Spirit. We come onto this earth, walk as a piece of smashed mirror, every one of us reflecting the light of our God. The experience of life is the process of piecing together these scrambled fragments into one great mandala that reflects back the one source of all beings. At the center of a cyclone, we sit at the point of stillness, the pandemonium of life circulating madly around us. Choose equilibrium, not frenzy. Live life from your center. The essence of you and the essence of the universe's primal moving force are one. And from the universal chakra, a card from the Work Your Light oracle cards. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you're here to birth one of these creations into the world. Or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following work, your light activation. I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe, using me in a way that delights my mind, body, and spirit. The third eye chakra. How can I be focused, determined, and receive guidance to realize my full potential? From the Sacred Geometry card deck, gratitude. The golden spiral within a circle here symbolizes offering prayers of appreciation and gratitude for all of life's gifts. Spirals represent the purest form of moving energy. Therefore, they are perfect means of expression for sending into consciousness your prayers of gratitude. The priestess figure sits at sunset consciously acknowledging and giving thanks for the glorious beauty all around. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. Appreciation brings greater understanding and awareness of the miracles that occur all around us every day. Looking through grateful eyes increases our ability to see beyond ourselves and enjoy life more completely. Choosing this card brings a message of appreciation from the cosmos to your very own heart. Give thanks for your amazing heart, which moves energy through your body, so that you may live in the physical world. Give thanks as you open your heart and develop the intelligence that resides there. Living with gratitude is part of your sacred path, appreciation of your own divine nature, and that of everything around you will assist you to experience expanded awareness and appreciation for all that is. Gratitude is such a simple thing, and yet one of the most powerful energies we can engage. Start each day in gratitude and appreciation, and see how your world expands. As you move through the day, take moments here and there to connect with your appreciation for the abundance and love that fills your life. Notice how much more beautiful the world appears as you offer yourself the gift of gratitude. And from the Universal Chakra, from the Secret Language of Light deck. Oh, this is actually the Galactic Chakra. We have Divine Feminine. Shine your inner light on your desires. Look beyond the obvious and the superficial into the heart of a matter. Peer deeper into the hidden and explore the mysterious. Remember your vast potential and the unlimited possibilities available to you. It is time to trust your intuition, your inner voice, and your instincts. This may also be a time for stillness, for there are unseen forces at work, orchestrating the whole universe to bring intense and beautiful experiences to your life. Allow yourself to receive all that you want. You are the mother of all you create. Nurture yourself and all that flows within and around you. There may be an impending marriage or birth around you, either physically or symbolically. The Divine Feminine wants you to know there is always enough to go around. Abundance is everywhere. Embrace joy. The Crown Chakra. How can I trust in inner guidance to be my true self? From Living with a Feather Heart, we are going to have I speak with sincerity. The sun speaks to us each day as it rises from the east, its living language uttered in the daily warmth, and its light shared without expectations of anything in return. The words it speaks come to us through that which is unspoken, the selfless illumination of the celestial sphere, offering light in order to allow the symphony of creation to continue to grow and evolve. As we speak, we create, and our words are consistently spelling a direct result with each vibration of sound. Every word we choose carries its own power, our vibratory signature, and what we utter into the universe is echoed back through the spells we cast with our verbal frequency. If we remember the sun as we form our words, the metaphor of light and warmth can shape the context of our communication. The virtue of sincerity is in the spoken word can manifest if we lead with solar language. Radiate warmth with your words, offer light with your intention, and speak truth without expectation. Let what you spell allow others to rise, to grow, to be illumined with love as the darkness of fear is dissolved. While the concept of language affecting environment may seem wholly esoteric, science reminds us that vibration forms and moves substance in the study of cymatics, which shows us the visible effect of sound. Sound structures matter, and the mind is the matrix of all that matters. Mind your words and evolve matter with a sunny vocabulary that spells sounds of brilliance and sincerity. With each word you have the opportunity to create a beginning, a genesis of experience, which can unfold as your intention is reflected back to you. In the very same breath, your words can serve as a catalyst for destruction, if they are voiced solely from a void of darkness. Dark words spin webs of deceit and lies will eventually trap you in your own delusions and illusions. The genesis birthed from a lie can culminate in the death of a star, extinguishing the power for light in the dark density of dishonesty. If you wax poetic instead of waning with insincerity, you allow momentum to carry your journey forward. However, if you choose to remain fluent in darkness, the downward spiral will continue until you become fully and wholly aware of your choices. And for the Divine Chakra, we have one last card from the Divine Feminine to help that last message. We have Sappho, the poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. Instead of exhausting ourselves with the unholy effort of comparing our own bodies to others, or of competing for resources that are actually unlimited, this goddess urges us to do the most revolutionary thing we could ever do: love ourselves and our sisters fiercely. We can't recover her lost poems, but we can reclaim them. Reclaim the enduring spirit she left us. We can become her poetry. We can revel in the pleasure we are capable of feeling. And we can love unapologetically with the full spectrum of our emotional range and from the fathomless depths of our hearts. Lift up a woman in your life. Help her reach a dream she's been incubating. Take time to indulge with lady loves in your life. Go to a spa. Make a dinner together. Go skinny dipping. Or just do something outrageous that celebrates the fact that you love each other. This goddess is about the power of loving every inch of the female form. Spend a day flooding your thoughts with positive affirmations about your body or a woman's body. Take a long bath with red rose petals. Do something nourishing that acknowledges you love for the fact that you are a woman, or for the radiant woman who constellate your life. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. And we have finished this reading. Please join me again if you can. I am so happy to have shared this with you today, and I hope to be with you soon.